Okay, I'm moving on with this session, and I'm reading here from Rainer Maria Rilke, who's a German poet. He was his birthplace is actually in Poland, but there's nothing unusual about that because there's a lot of Germans who moved to Poland and was living there, and still is today. And this particular poem is titled "The Spectator." So this is a statement by me to be selfless rather than selfish, in that I'm including things by others which I find very interesting. And Rilke was introduced to me by the ambassador for Jamaica to Japan, Professor Carr, who disclosed to me in conversation that Rilke was his favorite poet, and I was so surprised to hear this, but I can understand why. This poem is called "The Spectator." I watch storms in the trees above. After days of mild decaying, my windows shrink from their assaying, and the things I hear the distance saying about a friend I find dismaying. Without a sister cannot love. There goes the storm to urge an altar, although forest trees and through time's tree, and nothing seems to age or falter the landscape. Like an open psalter, psalter is spelled P-S-A-L-T-E-R, speaks gravely of eternity. How small the strife that's occupied us. How great is all that strives with us. We might, if like the things outside us, we let the great storm override us, grow spacious and anonymous. We conquer littleness, obtaining success that only makes us small, while unconstrained and unconstraining. This permanent eludes us all. That angel who, though loath, yet lingers to wrestle with morality, or mortality rather, and then opponents, sinews, S-I-N-E-W-S, sinews settle in strife and stretch themselves to metal, can feel them move beneath the fingers like strings in some deep melody. The challenge or challenger who failed to stand that trial and constantly rejected, goes forth upright and resurrected, and great from that hard foaming hand that clasped about him and completed. conquests to no longer fascinate. His growth consists in being defeated by something ever grandlier great. And I think I will conclude the session with more published material here. This is something I penned, and I think what I will do instead is conclude again with some music. And some music is about to start.
Twilight, a new collection of poems by Edmund L. Bridgewater. Twilight, from afar, a shooting star. Years telling in a body still, tarry, counting the cost of retrospection. Submit conclusions with regret. It's not over yet. Determination inset. And following twilight, definitive. Cherry blossoms disappear into thin air. A windy atmosphere prevails. Spring mute, definitive.